I'm SJ, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, I am a mum of 3, that's 6, mum of 3, and I've been tagged by the lovely Lotte at A Child-Minding Mummy to do the mummy tag. I absolutely loved her video. It's such a good way of getting to know a little bit more about people. I normally do kind of some day in the life videos or just updates on stuff with the kids and don't really chat too much about myself, so hopefully you'll get to know a little bit more about me in this video, and then I'm going to be tagging some of my other favourite mummy YouTubers, so do listen out at the end and go and check out their channels. So first question of the mummy tag is, are you a stay-at-home mum or a working mum? I'm actually a full-time working mum. I work at an ad agency in London. I've worked there for absolutely years and I love it. It's a really creative job. I manage a team now, so I really like that aspect of it. It's really sociable and it's just really suits me. But at the moment I am on maternity leave, so I'm having my year of being a full-time mum to 3 kids. I've always had a full year off on maternity leave from the same place. They're really supportive of working parents. The second question is, would you have it any other way? I think I would. I mean, in my ideal world, I think that mum should be able to have longer off. I know that a year is a super long time compared to other countries, but I do think that for me, like, women, it would be amazing if we could have 2 years off, just so that we feel that we're not constantly on that countdown. Like, I found that every month that goes by I'm just thinking, now it's 11 months, now it's 10 months, now it's 9 months, rather than kind of enjoying it. So in my ideal world, I think that we would have longer career breaks and have our jobs available to us to go back to, but I know that's not super practical, but I know other countries do it and I think it would work really well. Next question is, do you co-sleep? I do co-sleep. I co-slept with my first baby, Freddie, and I was so like, never going to co-sleep. Why would people risk that? I always thought you would just roll over on top of your baby, but then I actually found when I had him, it was so natural just to have him like in the crook of my arm, and I slept so much better when he was with me, and I guess he slept better too, and I never had any problems. At around 4 months we moved him into his cot. I didn't have any problems with him going into the cot. He would sometimes get in bed with me again at say like 3 in the morning and sleep through to the morning that way, but he was such a good sleeper. With Finn, my second baby, I had like a side-by-side cot, which was great because I breastfed him and it was really good, but I used to sleep holding his hand and I couldn't get him off that. I couldn't get him away from having to hold my hand to sleep, so I have had it both ways, where co-sleeping worked brilliantly and where co-sleeping did create issues. Now with my third baby, she's in the side-by-side cot, but she's also in her sleepy head in that cot, so it kind of creates a bit of a barrier, so I'm not sort of tempted to sleep with my hand on her all the time. I think I was just always worried about, is the baby breathing, but maybe I'm more relaxed now as a third-time mum, but I leave her to it and it's kind of the best of both worlds in a way. Your one must-have item for your baby is definitely being the sleepy head of Sweden. I know you probably see this everywhere, but it didn't exist with my first 2 babies and it's been like brilliant. So we had it from newborn, from birth, and we used it downstairs on the sofa. She could sleep in it and have her naps. We've had it up in her side-by-side cot. We've gone away for the odd night and she just slept on it in our bed. So it's so versatile, it really is brilliant. How many kids do you plan on having? We always said 3 kids. My husband is the oldest of 3 and I'm the youngest of 2. And as soon as we started talking about a family, we both were like, we want 3, which is weird. So yeah, we are officially done. I was worried that I was going to feel really broody after my third baby, and I think it will probably come like when she's a bit older, but I don't know. I'm just really excited seeing her grow up. I'm not gonna keep her little. I'm not getting sad about all the next stages. I think because I know there's so much good stuff to come, like having a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old, it's still just as magical as having a baby, and you know, their personalities, and we feel like a real gelled family now and we really get on with each other, so I'm looking forward for her to be kind of like part of that gang, so I'm really enjoying it. Date night. How many date nights do we have a month? I've been married to my husband now for 9 years, and we were together for 7 before that. So yeah, a really long-term relationship. Yes, you can, it sounds a bit stupid because I'm married, but yeah, been together for ages and we have no date nights. I think that it's probably because we are too stingy to pay for them. We've been saving and saving for buying a house for absolutely years, and it just seems silly to pay for the babysitter and then pay for like a cinema or pay for dinner. Like, we haven't watched any of the movies for the last like 10 years at the cinema anyway, so we don't mind watching them at home. And we're not mad foodies, so for us going to like a new restaurant isn't like the most exciting thing. We like to go out for friends events, like if a friend's got a birthday party or something, we'll try and get a sitter and go to that. But date night, just the two of us, we're quite happy just staying in. We're quite boring like that, but I think it's because we did all of our couple stuff for so long before. We were so ready for this to be like our family stage. I don't think we miss kind of like all that time, because we were just constantly out together for years and years and years before. So now we're really happy for this to be like just our time to be at home with the kids, and they still wake up and one of us is up and down the stairs all the time as well, so they need us at home really. What is your kids' favourite show? So I've got 3. Freddie really likes Teen Titans Go, which is like a superhero thing, and it's quite nice that he's now getting into stuff that I kind of enjoy as well, because it's actually a really, really funny show, and he's reading Harry Potter and things like that. He went through a mad Harry Potter stage, so we used to like fight over who could read his bedtime story, because it's actually a decent book. Finn is into Shopkins, he's 3, and his favourite colour is pink, and he likes everything pink and everything that's kind of, I guess, traditionally girly, but he doesn't see it as girly, he just loves Shopkins at the moment. And then Evelina, obviously her favourite show is watching the 2 boys. They can entertain her for hours and hours and hours, which is so cute. One thing you bought before your baby and never used. For me, I bought like a really pricey breastfeeding pillow this time around, because my back was really sore after having Evelina, and it was one of those like 2 AM, like I'm gonna buy it, it's gonna be amazing. Used it a few times and then just sort of didn't really need to, because we've got some big cushions on the sofa that I just use to breastfeed. So I mean, they are good to buy, and I know people who swear by them, but I've literally maybe used mine 2 or 3 times. Child's favourite foods. The kids absolutely love sausages. It's their favourite for both of them. I'm actually vegetarian, but I'm not raising the boys vegetarian because Henrik's not vegetarian, so we just raised them as meat eaters, but they know that I'm vegetarian and that we eat different things, which makes kind of feeding them a little bit complicated, because sometimes they're like, yeah, but we all like different things, I didn't have to like it, and I'm like, oh, just eat dinner. But it means they eat a lot of veg, and I don't mind cooking things like sausages. I can kind of cook raw chicken to roast chicken now, not a whole chicken, but I can buy the fillets, so I'm getting better at cooking meat. But if I'm making like a spaghetti bolognese or anything like that, it will always be vegetarian, so they're probably half and half vegetarian and meat. How many cars do you have? We have 1 car, I couldn't tell you what it is. I'm so not into cars. It's blue, and yeah, it's big because we've got the 3 car seats in the back. But yeah, I've never really been into cars, not interested. My first ever car was an original Mini, and it was white with a pink roof, and I loved cars then. I like little vintage quirky cars like that. Those are really lovely, and I used to drive around the whole time, and I used to have this tape that had like 60s acid jazz blaring. I was like my little Mini, like, oh my god. Since then, after that, when cars got more sensible and serious, I just lost a bit of interest. Weight gain before pregnancy, during, and now. So before I ever had kids, I used to do quite a lot of exercise. I used to do like military workouts on Clapham Common when I was preparing to get married, and I was probably a size 10 for about 4 years before I got married, from going to the gym and exercising and eating really healthy. I was pretty much vegan then, and I really love salads, I really love vegetables, so it was all fine. And then I got pregnant with Freddie and got starving, put on tons of weight, and was like a size 16 then, so from a 10 to a 16, and I stayed that size 16 for maybe like a year or 2, and gradually went down to kind of a 12. So I'm like a 12 if I just kind of plateau, which is like minimal exercise but healthy eating. Because since I've had kids, I just don't put the effort to go and exercise as much. This time round, I think when I got pregnant, I was already kind of a large size 12, and I was really needed to lose a bit of weight already, but I kind of was putting it off because I knew I was going to get pregnant. And now I'm probably a size like 14 to 16, but my boobs are really big at the moment because I'm breastfeeding. And the weight is going off, it is going off slowly. I've started exercising and I've stopped, so I just need to get a bit more consistent with it. But this time around, I guess, because it's the last baby, I'm just kind of enjoying her, and I know it will come off, and I'm going to make a bit more effort over the summer. My best holiday with kids would just be to go somewhere with anywhere near water, like with a lovely big swimming pool, with those like beds that you can get by the beach. They just love being on the sand on the beach. They can just play there all day with real minimal effort from us, which is really nice. My favourite thing in the world is just to be on the beach reading my book and playing with the kids, jumping in the waves. So yeah, anything like that for us would be absolutely lovely. And then ideal holiday, just the two of us, would probably be like New York. We love it in New York. I got to like work there for a couple of weeks years ago and absolutely loved it. He loves New York. We're both quite city people. We get like really excited in the bars. We love going out to dinners and drinks when we're there and just meeting new people, so that would be great. And next year actually is our 10-year wedding anniversary, and we're going to San Francisco by ourselves, which has been our plan since we got married, because when we met, Henrik moved to San Francisco for a year. Literally left the country to, I don't know, I didn't take it personally obviously, I just was like, I can come to San Francisco and I get flying over there to see him. And then when he got back, it kind of like, you know, we were still kind of into each other, so that's our plan, to go back there. And it's probably not the best with kids because we would really want to enjoy like the evenings. So yeah, that is us. How has life changed since having kids? It's changed loads, absolutely loads. Like before I had kids, obviously I was working and I would stay at work quite late. I would go out at least 2 or 3 times a week with work, and then I was really into clubbing, like even after I was married, I would still go out to clubs Friday and Saturday night. I just loved dancing, I liked meeting people. I would go with my best friend James and we would go, yeah, every Friday and Saturday, pretty much without fail, to the same nightclub, which is the Brewers in Clapham, and it's a gay club and it's just amazing. They have these big drag acts at midnight, they play all the best tunes you can imagine, everyone's super friendly. We would just drink like frozen margaritas, and Henrik never minded. He was not into clubbing whatsoever. He would just chill out at home. We would have drinks together and dinner, then he'd kind of head home and me and James would carry on for the night. So yeah, then I got pregnant and it was like bang, like everything stopped. I didn't want to go out at all. We moved house, we moved out of Clapham. So yeah, it changed really dramatically, doesn't it, for us, for the mums. But I love it. Like, I was ready for that change. We were like really ready to do the next grown-up part, and our relationship's gotten much stronger. Like, we're much more of a partnership. I think before we would like, even though we were together for so long, we would kind of do our own thing and just kind of like enjoy time together, but it was like we'd have to book almost nights together. Even though we lived together, we would just be like, what are you doing tonight? And he'd be going out. We weren't kind of living in each other's pockets, and now we're just like the two of us every single night on that sofa looking after the kids. But yeah, it's really nice but very different. Finished sentence: it makes my heart melt to see. And yeah, it's the kids together, but it's also my husband with the kids. Like, I really love it. Like, he's such a good dad, and I love the way that they are with him, and I love seeing him when they all jump on top of him and when they're like, daddy, daddy, and I think, oh my god, we've gone from this like young couple to like a mummy and a daddy, and it's really nice. And I'm kind of excited now I've got a baby girl. I love to see their relationship when she's a bit older. I bet it will be different, so I'm just waiting to see. It's not different yet because she's so tiny, but I am excited to see that. Where do you shop for your kids? I always shop for the kids at a store called Lindex, which is a Swedish shop, because I always wanted to get them something different that other people didn't all have. So it's really nice, and it's good high street prices, because I don't want to spend a lot of money on the kids' clothes, but I do like to have nice quality, especially because Finn's got bad eczema. And I like the sustainable cotton and stuff that they do. So it's a really, really good store. Do you go and check it out? And they've got brilliant maternity stuff as well. Lots of good stuff called like Lindex Mama, I think. I got tons of stuff from there. Yeah, and where do you shop for yourself? I still really like young stores. They're probably way too young for me, but I still like River Island and Topshop, and I love Zara at the moment as well. But I hardly ever go shopping anymore. It's all online, then everything gets delivered and then I have to send it all back. You know, it's much nicer when you can actually go and try stuff on, but you need time for that. I don't like taking the kids around the shops with me, because when I'm with them I just want to do something that they enjoy, and they don't enjoy that. But I will take some time to go shopping, and the dreaded swimming costume shopping has to happen soon, which will be horrendous. Favourite makeup and skin products. I'm terrible at having a skincare regime. I literally just use some micellar water if I can be bothered, but I'm often just falling into bed with my makeup on, which I know is a total sin. But the makeup that I love, my foundation, which is Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. It is so good. Since I found it, I've just been obsessed with it. It's like a concealer and foundation in one, but it's kind of got full coverage, which is what I like, but it still lets your sort of skin turn tone come through, and it makes you look kind of more dewy. It's not kind of thick and heavily caked in makeup. And then you can put some more around your eyes and dab it to have a kind of concealer. Have you always wanted kids? I've always wanted kids since I was tiny. I always wanted kids. My favourite movie is Sound of Music, and I wouldn't have minded having met a man who had 7 kids I had to look after. It was pretty much a dream. I used to dream about having a baby left on my doorstep. Like, always wanted kids. I've always been the mum of our friendship group. Yeah, I always saw my life as like before and after kids, so I'm super lucky that I met someone early and that we've had kids. So it has been like a dream come true. And the best part about being a mum is definitely all of it, but it's also like how it's changed me for the positive, because I used to be quite a self-conscious person, and I found it hard to go up to people and just say hi or make friends, or I would be like self-conscious walking into a room or just walking around in general. And now when I've got the kids, it's like you've got this kind of armor with you, and they're so great that it makes you feel like, well, of course I can go to that person, because they kind of, you can hide behind them and you've got something to talk about because you can talk about your kids. And yeah, so they have given me a massive confidence boost, and that's one of the great things about being a mum. So I'm going to tag some of my favourite YouTubers now. I hope that's been interesting. I know it was a bit long and rambly and chatty, but that's what I like about these tag videos, is you can kind of get to know people a bit better. So the people I am tagging, number 1 is Jules. She is brilliant. I've watched her channel for absolutely years. She has the best Draw My Life vlog I've ever seen. I've watched it like 45 times and cried every single time. So do check that vlog out, do check out her channel. And Jules, I would love for you to do this. The next person I'm going to tag is Charlie at JK and Charlie. She is pregnant with her 2nd baby. They kind of vlog together as a couple, so it's really interesting to watch because they just crack me up. I don't know, sometimes probably unintentionally, just the dynamic between them really makes me crack up, makes me laugh. They're really funny together, just a really cute couple. So Charlie, if you get a chance before that baby arrives, then give the mummy tag a go. Also, Izzy's Lorena. She hasn't done this for a year, and I love her mummy tag video and all her videos she does. I'd love to know any updates that she's got for the mummy tag. I'm going to tag 4 people because I'm so nosy, and I'd love you to check out Lucy and the Bump. I'm sure you already follow her. She's such an inspirational person. She's one of those kind of like rainbows and sunshine people that you just kind of want to hang out with all the time. Watching her vlogs really cheers you up, but she's gone through quite a lot. At the moment she's raising money for breast cancer. Go and check it out. Do support her on her new mission as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you got to know me a little bit better. Let me know below anything you were surprised by or didn't expect, or anything that's the same as you or different from you. I really love to chat to you all in the comments below, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye guys.